Pumping like the doctor, the into the R.E. suckers ready to leave upon a tip what we made it. Created so I never.
I'd like to welcome y'all back to the Nothin to Lose podcast. I'm here with a very special guest,
Keon. Here, right out.
So listen, this is going to be a different type of podcast episode. Right here, we're going to call this the Sports Formula. But we're going to give a little background about my special guest, Keon. So, you're the youngest of 3 children.
Yep.
So your mother, Nancy, and your father, Big Will.
Mm-hmm.
Your father was really into sports, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What type of sports was he into?
Basketball, football.
I heard he was a legend when it came to football.
Yeah, definitely.
And I actually heard that he, what is he, a cousin that looked up to your father like a whole lot, wound up going into the NFL. And he wound up playing for the, what was it, the LA Rams?
I don't even know who he That's who he played with?
I think so.
LA Rams, shout out to him. Or what was it, the LA Raiders? The LA Rams or the LA Raiders?
He was in LA.
Yeah, we're going to get this right, and we're going to put it right here. So you wound up getting into football.
Yeah.
At what age did you get to football?
When I was 7. Yep, when I was 7, I played flag.
For what team and what position?
I played for NWO.
NWO.
That's what it was.
Wolf song?
Yeah, we were the Wolfpack, NWO. I think it was like a wrestling thing back then.
The NWO.
Yeah, so that's what we was. I wasn't really big into wrestling for real. So, but yeah, 7, and I played up until high school. Yeah, like junior year.
Then you kind of got into basketball?
Yeah, I played basketball too. I played basketball since I was like, well, I was playing since I was younger, but I started playing rec league a little after football. I started football first, and basketball came around when I was like 10 or 11, around that age.
So you got into basketball like right after football?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wound up playing. What position did you play in basketball? You tall as shit.
I was a forward in basketball, like a power forward, sometimes center, down low, because I always been kind of tall for my age. So, yep, played down low.
So you got it honest.
Yeah.
Then we had, your family had a tragic incident with your father passing, and you really had to step it up for your sisters and your mother.
Yeah, definitely.
So we like to talk about that. Like, what did your father mean to you when it came to like sports, guiding you to be a man? And
yeah, everything for real. I wouldn't have got into sports if it wasn't for my dad, because I like sports, but I feel like I more so did it for him starting out because he wanted me to play. So it was like, yeah, I play, and then eventually I started to love it. I like to watch it more so than like actually playing it. Well, I like balling, but I'm old now, so I don't be like one of them niggas who be like, oh, let's go out and shoot some hoops. Like, nah.
Who your favorite basketball team?
My favorite team, Chicago Bulls.
Oh,
Bulls, baby.
that's rough.
Bulls, baby. Yeah, we in a rebuilding stage where.
You gotta be a diehard Bulls fan if you're still a Bulls fan.
Yeah, well, I like the Redskins too, so
yeah,
I kind of know about that.
But this is like, I feel like my mother and my grandfather was a Redskins fan. Mm-hmm. They really only had one motto. They don't give a fuck what happens the rest of the year. Just beat the Cowboys. That's all they want. Them motherfuckers can lose every game. Exactly. When it came to the Cowboys, just beat them. And they good. They take that home as a victory. Yeah. So let's say when it came to, you went to Norfolk State, graduated from Norfolk State.
I ain't graduate, but I went there. My senior year, I reached my loan limit. I still got to go back. I got a couple more classes to take, but yeah.
You still young, so you wound up getting into school and you became a teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a para, which is basically like a teacher's assistant or whatever. That's why I say I got to go back to finish, because I basically am like a teacher, but I don't get paid like a teacher. Like, it's decent, but it ain't teacher wage.
And ladies, he's single.
Hey, listen, single and ready to mingle. So go ahead and drop
Hit his
those out.
Instagram. So speaking of, man, how are you surviving without sports through this funky ass corona?
Yeah, it's aggravating. Like usually when I come home from work, you can turn on Sports Center and you'll see like highlights, especially now like March Madness. Like you look forward to those games, even if they like not even big schools, like to see who will be the ones to like upset the big schools and like just even to see the highlights. Like because I usually work at night, like come home and see something, and now it's like on Sports Center they showing like old shit, like highlights from like past Final Fours and shit, and it's real depressing.
Do you feel like it's more competition and it's not as scripted when it comes to the NCAA rather than the NBA? Because like when it comes to the NBA, it kind of be like the same teams that go to the finals and the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But with the NCAA, anything can happen.
Yeah.
We've seen small teams knock out big teams.
Right.
So what do you prefer in your personal life? You prefer the NCAA or the NBA?
I prefer the NBA over the NCAA, but I feel like you said, like you see the same teams like this year after shit even come back, like you know pretty much who will be there. You know this supposed to be the year LeBron go win it for the Lakers and all that. But with the NCAA, even though I mean you pretty much know who the top teams are, it is kind of like anything can happen, and that's kind of what I like about it. But I do like the NBA more just because like the big names and shit and the games be like live. Like,
do you feel like the NBA should still, because all of the money they getting paid, do you feel like they still should pay without any fans there, just have the camera people there?
Yeah, I would prefer that honestly more than nothing. Like you want like the real experience and like the fans and shit, but at the end of the day, we just want to see them play. So it'll be like a little summer league-ish.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll take it over now.
I do feel like this. If you're a diehard fan of sports or if you're a diehard player in the NBA,
Yeah.
I heard Michael Jordan, and this is probably one of the realest quotes he ever said. Even if you didn't pay me for this shit, I would still play this game because I love it that much.
Yeah.
Now, you can go back and watch Magic Johnson when he found out he had AIDS. He had got cut, and I think it was like an all-star game. Mm-hmm. He had got cut real bad, and they wound up having to take him to the sideline. It was a whole debacle. But a lot of people wasn't scared to play with him because they still wanted to play with the GOAT. Yeah. Magic is one of the most underrated point guards to come in, like, your first season, get to the finals, and wind up having to play every position.
Yeah.
I can't think of a player he played like this. This was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar last year's Magic put on. So people still wanted to face that top tier point guard that could do it all.
No doubt.
So but it was people like Karl Malone spoke his mind. Karl Malone kept calling him out, and I don't want to play with him because at that time I think AIDS was just coming about. Everybody thought it was a gay disease. They didn't know how you can get it from one person to another. They thought it could be with sweat, saliva, anything. They didn't know it has to be like blood on blood contact. And if it is saliva, you got to drink like a whole fucking gallon of saliva.
Oh, okay.
Which is not happening.
Right.
So, do you feel like I don't know. I feel like a person like Rudy Gobert, even when people was telling him he could have had it, and he went up there and was playing and touching all the mics and doing all this shit, and then they said he gave it to Donovan Mitchell. Do you feel like he should be fined more, like just for reckless ass behavior?
Yeah, because he was being kind of reckless. I kind of didn't see why Donovan was so mad at first because I'm like, the nigga didn't know he had it, so how can you get mad at him for giving you something that he didn't know he had? But all that playing shit, I kind of took that into consideration. I would have been heated too.
Yeah, there's people.
But yeah, he should be fine because that shit was reckless, and now all these other people getting in this shit.
They said Kevin Durant got it.
I'm like, this nigga ain't even playing, but ain't it like really like big in New York or whatever? Like, there's a lot of cases in New York, and he's still around the team and in the facilities and shit, man.
I heard in New York that all of it was on quarantine. So the quarantine, you basically got to stay in your house for weeks. I heard these motherfuckers was throwing block parties in New York and New Jersey, and the police was coming to have to shut that shit down. So I feel like, I don't know if Durant was. I'm thinking maybe Durant probably got it because he was working out. He might have been in Brooklyn
that's what I
at a workout facility
and shit. Yeah.
He might have been there and hasn't brought a house there or brought a gym there yet because he's just now moving there. But I feel like, man, it's hard. So me personally, I play a lot of 2K, watch a lot of old games, and watch a lot of boxing, football. Speaking of football, how you feel about Tom Brady going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I like it, honestly. I get sick of seeing the Patriots every single year. Something tells me they still gonna have something up their sleeve and they still will be one of the top teams. But it's gonna be like a little power shift. I'm gonna be interested to see what the Bucs could do, see what kind of, cause you know niggas want to play with the GOAT. So they team will look a lot different. So that's gonna be interesting.
One thing you're gonna have to, if you don't give Tom Brady, I think so.
Oh yeah.
But he's gonna have a lot of pass protection.
Oh yeah, they gotta get an O-line.
So they're the pass protection they have now. I don't think it's gonna cut it for Brady. The pass protection. If you know how many people all their career been wanting to get a piece of Brady ass, if they can get Brady, it's gonna be Brady last year.
They gonna get an O-line because you ain't gonna get Tom Brady and not protect that nigga. Like,
so the money that they spent on him, so they gonna. I don't think they're gonna be able to get a great O-line and still keep the talent they already have. They're either gonna have to cut.
They got to motivate them niggas.
Yeah. I feel like this is Tom Brady. Tom Brady's in his last years.
Yeah, definitely.
But I do feel like if Tom Brady can even get, I'm a Colts fan, so I grew up hating Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I would respect it. I respect how Brady got it to that. I'm the type of person I can give credit where credit is due. Brady came in after one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, Drew Bledsoe. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like he came as the chopped liver. He came in after Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe got injured and he got put on.
Right.
So the Patriots had a squad then, but they didn't have. Drew Bledsoe had a team, but they had a real team with Tom Brady got on.
Right.
Like Lawson, all of them. So if Brady can go to a whole new situation, if he can even get them past the first round of the playoffs, I respect it.
Oh yeah, he definitely could do that.
If they can finish 10-6 or 10-7 or something like that, I'll respect it.
Yeah.
But I feel like their first couple games they're gonna have to get it together. They might get knocked down.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Lamar Jackson getting all the way on the big stage? Do you feel like he choked, or do you feel like he didn't have pass protection, or what's your thoughts on that? Or did you get a chance to watch that game?
I saw like the highlights because of course I was at work, but I feel like it was a little bit of both. I was disappointed because it's like you did all that shit in the regular season just for it to come down to it, and then it's like you don't deliver. So I kind of felt the way about that. I don't know. Hopefully this season will be better, but you don't want to be known as just like a regular season player, like a James Harden. But I can't even put that on James.
I put that on James Harden. James Harden,
he a little bit more than a regular season player.
Nah, he get to the playoffs and choke. People's not going for all that
But he be
dribble
taking
step
them to
back
like
shit.
the Western Conference Finals, though. I can see if they get put out like the first round every year. He be doing a little something, but I
feel like when they had Trevor Ariza, he was saving their ass a lot. But I do feel like now that they have Russell Westbrook.
But I don't believe in them as a team. I do not believe in them niggas.
They definitely not coming out the West.
Oh, hell no. No. But I don't even think they gonna make it to like.
You don't think they're gonna make it around two?
I'm about to say the second round.
I believe they'll probably get past the first round.
Yeah, they should get past the first.
No. If they drop in the bottom, like if they in that 8th or 7th seed, and they have to face like the Clippers or the Lakers, they gonna get washed.
Yeah, exactly.
If they fall somewhere in the middle, like the 5th.
Going against
like the 2nd or the 3rd, they'll be straight. If they have to face the top seed off bat, they'll be washed.
But who would say center now? Because then they get rid of Clint Capella.
They must have.
They got like a small squad. It's like Russ, James, PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker do his thing. Give you a solid.
Yeah, but when you going against like AD,
oh no.
That's why I'm like I don't believe in them still. I feel like they never really got.
AD one of them 20 and 20 dudes.
Yeah, I feel like they windowed them past them. The year for them to do it was that year that Steph and them. What was that last year when Steph and them got hurt and shit?
Yeah.
And it was that was the year to do it, and they ain't do it, so it ain't gonna never get done.
What you feel about the Warriors? Steph's supposed to be coming back.
Ain't gonna make no difference. If I were him, I would have pretty much set out the rest of the year. I mean, unless he doing it just to get his legs back under him, because y'all not going to the playoffs, y'all would have had a better chance, because they gonna win a couple more games now. Like trying to get like a lottery pick or something, I probably want to play. And Draymond is garbage. I just had to bring that up.
I feel like I'm looking to the camera when I say this, and please zoom in. So, basketball is mental. Aisha Curry, you destroyed Steph. How you destroyed Steph? Think about it. We never seen Steph Curry trying to take it up on 2 7-footers. This nigga got so mad in the game, like he had a fast break. He could have just pulled up for the mid-range and pulled up for the 3. He said, fuck it, I'm gonna bang on this nigga. This nigga went down and tried to dunk over 2 7-footers and almost got his fucking neck broke. So he went down there and shook them niggas. These 2 big niggas fell on him at the same time.
Oh, that's how his
shit goes. I've never seen Steph do no stupid shit like that. Aisha, why would you do that man like that? Like, you could have waited till the season was over. Anything. Steph, I feel like Steph ain't been the same since that debacle.
And since KD left too, like, it was going to be a struggle anyway. And then Clay got hurt. Well, shit, Clay got hurt first, and then KD decided to leave in the offseason. But yeah.
Clay one of the most solid players. He is the most solid player on that team. He's underrated.
I would agree with that. Like,
Clay,
all around.
Clay don't miss. Like if Clay usually he be like 70% from the field. When that motherfucker be on, he be on.
Yeah.
Like Steph, I don't say Steph is iffy. Steph is like 50%. Like when he hit them big shots, but Clay is
that's true. Cause he had games when he go off, and then he had games when he go like 3 for 18.
I never seen a game where Clay with no 3 for 18.
Yeah, exactly. He a lot more consistent. Offensively and defensively, so yeah, I think that everybody get kind of hyped over Steph and like the star power and the shit that he do and the fancy ball tricks, but Clay.
And this is what I don't respect. I don't respect people who 1 year you're a Laker, 1 year you're a Pacer, 1 year. The Warriors. I see so many fucking Warrior fans. As soon as them niggas start going on a tear. My nigga Beans. I'm going to shout out Beans. When I was upstate, me and Beans is from Oakland. Now, me and my nigga Beans would have these bets because I'm a huge LeBron fan. So, Beans was tougher on the Warriors than anybody else. But Beans me and Beans, and you still owe me, Beans. You owe me money, Beans. Me and Beans had bet on the series, but I wound up getting out right before you could pay me. So, Beans would say, he was like, if LeBron, he said if they don't sweep them, he was like, if they don't get this next game, LeBron is going to go the fuck off. He was like, if they give him 1 game and the Cavs wound up coming back and beating them.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy to watch.
That shit was epic.
I didn't think that was going to happen for real. I was glad it did because I don't really care for the Warriors, but that shit was crazy.
I was back in Cali at the time, and we had I think the TV in the front room was fucking up. We couldn't watch it. I had to watch it in Mom's room. Nigga, I had 4-leaf clovers in my hand. Like, come on, LeBron. Come on, LeBron. And him and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie, I respect your handle, bro, because you don't want people to, he lived under LeBron and he wouldn't, so you went out and did your own thing. But y'all could have hit a dynasty. Like, that ball should have never been in J.R. Smith's hands to begin with. That was the biggest fuck up. So we're gonna do a comparison between LeBron and Jordan. So, what do you think? Like, if you was comparing LeBron and Jordan, what do you think is the difference? Like, when it comes to skill, thoughts of the game,
I think just that mindset, like Jordan, he like, I'm gonna go out and get it. I'm gonna make sure we win. I'm gonna put it on me. Now, while I do feel that Bron, in my opinion, is a better overall player, like as far as like a nigga who could do it all, he don't have that mindset. Like Kobe got that Jordan mindset, like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put the team on my back. But Bron, some games, if the game on the line, you will look and he'll pass it up, and why it may be a good play, it's like you the star, like the game should be in your hands. Like you should decide. You shouldn't pass it to Kyle Korver or somebody to decide if the game will get won. You should decide that. And I feel like that's like the biggest difference for me. Like everybody know both of them got skills, but it's just that mindset. Like LeBron don't have that mindset like Jordan. Which I don't fault them for, like they different players, but when you talk about comparing them, he don't have that mindset, so I don't really feel like it's a comparison. I feel like they're two different players. You can compare Kobe to Jordan, but LeBron, he don't have that mindset.
So it's interesting you say that. Give me the Kobe Jordan comparison. And I'm doing this for a reason. I'm gonna break both of them down. Mm-hmm. So if you was comparing the Mamba to the GOAT, what would you say that comparison was?
What, like far as who's better?
Yeah.
Well, I would give it to Jordan because, I mean, Jordan ain't never lose in the finals or nothing. Did Kobe lose in the finals?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
He had to.
A couple times.
Yeah. So Jordan got it hands down, but Kobe catered so much of his game off of Jordan. It's kind of like watching a replica of Jordan, just in a different era. But I feel like Kobe did more with less around him. Like when he had like Lamar Odom, which ain't no scrub, but he had some little scrubby teams that it was like, damn, like I think one of the years when they beat the Celtics, like he had some scrubs around him.
Jordan Farmar.
Yeah, all them niggas. Yeah. All them niggas.
Luke Walton.
Adam Morrison, I think the one who used to play from Gonzaga, he got a ring. He was on that squad. But yeah. But Jordan, he had bigger names around him. Like, I feel like people don't credit them enough. The Dennis Rodmans and the Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, like all of them. They were better than some of them niggas who Kobe played with. So.
Now we're going to get straight into it. So, what actually made me a fan was the Bulls. I've never been a Bulls fan. I was a Reggie Miller fan coming in. The biggest Reggie Miller fan. I used to love Reggie Miller and Grant Hill. Mm-hmm. But Reggie, tenacity. But the first, when somebody showed me how much they loved the Bulls, when Jordans was first coming out, Mr. Xavier, shout out to Mr. Xavier from when I was a juvenile. Mr. Xavier had I'm pretty sure you don't work there no more. So he had every pair of J's when they first came out. Mr. Xavier was bald-headed. Mm-hmm. So one time, I was such a menace when I was younger. They couldn't put me in, like, with the age range where I was supposed to be because I would fuck them over. Right. So they wound up sending me to the older kids thing for a minute. So this TV they played in juvenile, it only played, like, the judge telling you what to do in court. Whoa, whoa. That's the only time you ever see the door. He talked to the first shift lady that he was knocking off and told her, yo, put on the game. So he told me, he was like, hey, what's your name? I'm going to call you Lil Mike. So he said, listen, this how we do. You roll with us now. So you got to act like the older kids. Look, don't cheer. Don't get loud. Yeah. Like, we going to cut the game. So I'm like, oh shit, the fuck, we about to watch the game? Right. So we sit there. I watched the Bulls play the Jazz. Mm-hmm. This is what I see. I seen Michael Jordan miss 5 shots in a row. Mm-hmm. He wasn't as accurate as people. Like, people play the highlights. I watched Mike miss 5 shots in a row. Come in the fourth quarter and not miss not one fucking shot. Killer instinct. Mike had the killer instinct, like the stories you heard about Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan would drive his Ferrari and be sitting out there in the parking lot. So I heard that the Charlotte Hornets was coming into Chicago. Mm-hmm. Like the bus would arrive like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So they coming into Chicago, the whole stadium empty. Like it's just one bright red Ferrari sitting inside the parking lot. Mm-hmm. It's Mike smoking a big ass cigar. So as they getting off the bus, Mike flicking the ashes like, which one of you bitches got me tonight? Laughing at him. He was like, oh, y'all just on time. Mike was the first person in the gym, always the last to leave. Like when Master P, Percy Miller, when he had his little shirt stint in the NBA, mm-hmm. He came inside this, I think it was like the Ritz-Carlton, some really richy hotel, and he wound up warming up, like shooting hoops. He seen Mike in there. He like, Mike, it's your off time. Like, what you doing? He was like, what? This new niggas come out the NCAA. I got to get ready for them young boys. Yeah. They want my head. LeBron, as a person, you building schools, you loving your family, you taking care of your son, you at your son game. Mike didn't give a fuck about his kids like that. Mike gave a fuck. All he gave a fuck about was winning. Mike didn't care about nothing else. He didn't care about the kids, the wife, the babies. He didn't care about your life. Mike didn't care about his teammates. All he gave a fuck about was winning. He wasn't going to call you for Taco Tuesday. Right. If you want no Taco Tuesday, wasn't none of that. Yeah. If J.R. Smith was on the Bulls, and he grabbed, first of all, he went ahead actually grabbing the ball. But let's say he grabbed the ball and didn't shoot it. And LeBron put his hand, afterwards, the story is LeBron went back there. Yeah, he went there and punched the fucking locker and broke his hand. That's what LeBron did. Mike would have beat that nigga. Mike almost fought every superstar in the NBA. He didn't catch, like, Mike is the same person. What the fuck is your feud with Reggie Miller at this point of the game, Mike? Why we can't get Reggie on 2K? Like, I'm a Pacers fan. Like, still to this day, and then you started the fight, Mike. You started the fight with Reggie. I watched the game. I think Mike had went up for, I think Reggie had went up for a layup, and Mike had pushed him, and then Reggie came back and did something else. Mike went up under this nigga's arms, grabbed his face, and ripped this shit like this. Like a fucking tiger, and punched this nigga twice. And then Reggie got ejected. I was like, yo, what the fuck? But Mike brought something different to the game. I get passionate when I talk about Mike. Mike brought something different to the game to the point where he didn't let them white motherfuckers play him like that. Yeah. Like the way he was playing everybody else, when they was like, look, Mike, you can't wear your own shoes with your own logo, we gonna find you. Mike was like, motherfucker, find me. Yeah. Nike, you're not gonna have this big ass Nike sign. Mike was like, nah, I'm gonna be the logo. Yeah. It's not gonna be no fucking check. It's gonna be the jump man, nigga. Yeah. So they find Mike. Now, people who's younger, I want you to look this up. They find Mike every game he wore those Jordans. Mm-hmm. So they wound up having to go back to the drawing board. Okay, we'll pay, you pay a little more money, we're gonna do the distribution, and they got it together. Right. And guess what? People who wasn't basketball fans, they tuned in to see, cause Mike gonna wear the Jordans this day. They gonna come. Mike might wear the Jordans on Wednesday. They coming out Saturday. Mm-hmm. That was an era to where people was literally getting killed for those sneakers, knocked out, jumped, robbed, all of that. So if you had the fortitude to wear a pair, but just people were just they was like, he took that stance. People hated Jordan so much that also looked this up. They stole the number 23 and 45 so Mike couldn't wear it. They thought like, if he's a prima donna. If he's not wearing 23 or 45, he's not going to wear nothing. I believe he wore like number 93 for like one game, 97 or something like that. Mike went the fuck off, pissed him off. So he was the type of person, he had that killer instinct. Yeah. Then we could compare him to Kobe. You can't say one person ever dropped 50 on Mike. Not one. Like, not one individual player that Mike was guarding dropped 50 on him. You can say it about Kobe.
Who dropped 50 on Kobe?
Allen Iverson, Virginia's own.
Man, when they say out
When Allen Iverson played the Lakers and they was putting all of these people on him, Phil Jackson was like, let's try Kobe. He cooked Kobe ass too.
Yeah.
But Iverson, when he played against Mike,
cut Jordan.
but he didn't drop no 50. Mike
cooked that again.
Mike had 38. He had more than Allen Iverson, and the Bulls still won that game. Mike almost had a triple-double versus the game. Now, I want y'all to put the stats up to... People always talk about that little crossover that he did. So he crossed Mike over. Yeah. Mike cooked your ass. You got your little... What do you say in the movie Class Act? You got your shit off on the football field. Let's see what's up now with the red light. Caught that nigga again. Mike cooked. I think Mike dropped 30, either 35 or 38. Mm-hmm. Almost had a trip, and still watched them little niggas. Right. So it was nothing. No one man. There's no fucking way. He was one of the best defensive players of all time. Now we can talk about the people around Mike. When we talk about Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, Steve Kerr, all of them players played after Michael Jordan. Look at Scottie Pippen numbers when he went to the Portland Trail Blazers. You had talent around you on the Portland Trail Blazers. You didn't do shit. Rodman went to every single fucking team after that. Rodman changed the team like once a year. You couldn't do shit. Steve Kerr, you got lucky, you motherfucker. You went to the Spurs at the right time. The Spurs had a squad. So Kerr got one more. It's Kerr, you bounced around for cool team, but you got lucky with them. And you was a role player. Because the Spurs had fucking Nick Van Axel. They had Terry. They had, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. They had a fucking squad. It was Bruce Bowen. They had a squad. Yeah. Mike took good to mediocre players and made them better.
See, I feel like that's where you can compare him to Bron. Yeah. Because a lot of niggas, Eric Snow and all them who played with Bron after that, Larry Hughes, it's like, who are these guys?
Larry Hughes was different. Larry Hughes, I met your brother. He cool. He worked at the hospital. Now y'all can look this up too. When Mike played against a lot of these people at first, everybody that wound up on the Bulls, just know, Mike didn't even start winning championships till he was in his 30s. Where LeBron age is now was when Mike became the GOAT. Mike he didn't start turning up to his late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. So he had to watch the best teams. Mike had to go hit the weight room. It was a lot more physical then. When they took hand checking out, if you don't know what hand checking is, you can put your hands on somebody's body and basically move them around. So if you had a 300-pound motherfucker like Shaq guarding you, you won't doing shit with him. Now you can't. They took the hand checking out so to help the European players. And a lot of other players that was coming from overseas that couldn't be as physical. So a lot of them guys probably would have been dropping 80, 90 back in the day. That hand checking shit was because the fouls that they call now, a regular foul would have been a flagrant foul back then. Yeah. Because you had some hard fouls. Mike played against Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, Mike, why you used to do Craig Elo like that? Shit, he used to victimize that nigga. I don't know what the Cavs ever did to that man. So you had Craig Elo, Steve Kerr, who played for the Cleveland Cavaliers back in those days. Mike used to torture him. Eventually, Steve Kerr came to the Bulls. You had Pippen. I forgot where Pippen came from. Mike played against them. Pippen came to the Bulls. You had Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was a part of the Bad Boys.
Yeah, with Detroit.
When Rodman was going off, it was a secret conversation they said they had. It was Phil, Mike, and Dennis Rodman at the house. And Mike had this type of mind and this type of heart. He said, look, I done already watched your niggas. What you gonna do now? Yeah. Detroit is over. Mike didn't go to these teams where they was at his best like, look, man, if you come help me. Mike said, motherfucker, I'm gonna beat you with what I got. After I beat you with what I got, y'all broken. What you gonna do now? Come over here to the bad side. Guess what Scottie Pippen said? Because he caught me with an elbow. I don't want... Man, Mike was like, nigga, shut the fuck... What all that fucking crying, nigga? Nigga, just take that shit on the chin. Niggas just split Mike eye open. You just see the nigga play with band-aids and busted hands and all. You like, nigga, that shit is a part of the game. Mike was a gangster. He was like, look, man, bring your ass over here. We ain't got to chill. We ain't got to talk. They said Dennis Rodman didn't talk to none of the Bulls the whole time. He just showed up and played. Mike was like, look, you ain't got to score. All you got to do is rebound and pass the ball.
Though.
That's it.
Because he talked so highly of Mike.
Yeah.
Well, I guess nigga kind of...
Mike carried himself. He carried himself like a man on that court. He never downplayed or trashed anybody. Yeah. Even when he dropped 61 on the Celtics, a lot of the people, when they do get that win, they talk so much shit and destroy Isaiah Thomas. When they was going back and forth with the Celtics, a lot of people don't give Larry Bird his credit. One of the greatest shooters, one of the greatest strong forwards of all time. Yeah. He said the only reason, Larry Bird, you even getting all this shine is because you a white boy. Mm-hmm. That's the most fucked up thing. You made that man into a color instead of actually looking at his skill set, what he didn't have and what he did have. Because he wasn't mobile like that. He wasn't jumping and dunking over niggas. Like, he got it done with what he had, was his skill set. So, people never forget. So, guess what happened? Larry Bird is from French Lick, Indiana. Mm-hmm. And Isaiah Thomas wound up being the coach of the Pacers. Everybody don't spend their money how you spend your money. So, you just spend all your money, now you're looking for a coaching job. Right. So, you got a coaching job. The Pacers, he got the Pacers to the fucking finals. Look at what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. He got the Pacers to the fucking finals. Larry Bird said, guess what? Larry Bird brought the Pacers. Larry Bird brought the Pacers. And look. It's an article with Jermaine O'Neal and all of them came. They was like, look, man, we know about the beef y'all had back in the days. Just don't fire Isaiah Thomas. He was like, nah, why would I do some shit like that? He was like, yeah, y'all just re-sign these contracts. He was like, man, I promise. He got every player he wanted to resign and fired the shit out of that nigga. He said, you thought you were going to come over here to the Pacers, Indiana, where I'm from? Oh, my God. People never forget. So, let's... and to the point where he didn't give a fuck about them. That was the first time the Pacers ever been to the finals. Mm. And we got washed by the Lakers, and we won a game.
Okay. So
we won a game, but we got washed by the Lakers, so they got us 4-1. So, let's talk about you watching the Bulls. What made you a Bulls fan?
Derrick Rose, for real. Ooh. I was a Bulls fan back then, but wasn't a real fan. It was just like, my dad used to buy me bullshit, and it was like, oh, I like the Bulls, like when I was in kindergarten, but...
You came up with Joakim Noah.
Yeah, Derrick Rose was what made me a fan, because when I was like in college, like... freshman year or whatever, I ain't really had no team. But when I used to watch the Bulls, I was like, yo, this nigga Derrick Rose is nice. Like, and it kind of sucks because I started liking him like a couple years before he tore his ACL. So it was like, I ain't even really get to enjoy his career like that before like he won't the same type player no more. He doing his thing now, but he ain't the same Derrick Rose. Like, I don't even really watch the Pistons.
This is the point when you have these type of point guards, just high flyers, and like they have a saying, when you go down there with the trees, beware. Mm-hmm. Common sense tell you, if a motherfucker's 7 foot tall and he wear a size 16 shoe, he's clumsy, nigga. If you go down there and cross the nigga up or dunk on a nigga, he gonna fall. Every time he fall, he gonna fall on your little ass. You don't want no 300-pound man falling on you, bro. Yeah. And we can go down the list. Baron Davis. Baron Davis was...
Oh, yeah, Baron Davis was nasty.
Just like Derrick Rose. He was one of them explosive point guards, and guess what happened? Same type of injuries. Yeah. You even have... And, man, I love y'all podcasts, man. I love the Knuckleheads podcast. To the death. Quentin Richardson, you was one of them, too. Quentin Richardson, I feel like you had a little more lean with your body when it came to, because you got to be careful how you landed when you dunking around certain people. Yeah. Like not coming down, stepping on a nigga's shoe, twisting your ankle, or coming down how Paul George came down and broke his whole leg. Like those type of freak injuries, man, can end everything.
Paul George lucky though.
Real lucky, man.
That shit was a clean break, and he came back like nothing happened. Well, not right after that, but now, like, you wouldn't have been able to tell that he had that injury. So, yeah.
Do you like the move that Paul George made?
I like it. I don't like the way it was done. Like, I don't feel like that was right the way he did Russ. But as far as like, it's, you know, it kind of like, it balanced out like a balance of powers and shit, with him being with Kawhi and LeBron being with AD and Russ being with James. You know, like everybody kind of got like 2 stars now versus F. Shit, well, if he would have stayed there, it would have been him and Russ still, so.
But I look at it like you got 2 dudes that came from Southern Cali. You know what I mean? That so when
he really wanted to play in Cali too.
When you have, okay, let's say we're in Virginia. Let's say if you have 2 players that one is from Richmond and one is from Virginia Beach and Norfolk. And both of y'all come, like you play basketball all in Richmond all the time, you play in Virginia Beach. When y'all have the AAU tournaments, y'all gonna be playing together.
Right.
So Southern Cali the same way. So I'm pretty sure they play in the AAU, all the tournaments, the Hoop It Up tournaments and the rec leagues and all of that. So they had some type of camaraderie. So when he talked to him, he talking to him like, come on, man, let's both go back to Cali. Like, we free agents, woo, like, come on, the women, the weather.
Right.
Who the fuck wants to be in Oklahoma? Yeah. Oklahoma City? I mean, shout out to Oklahoma City. But would you rather be there or California?
Yeah, exactly. That's a no-brainer.
No-brainer. And then if fucking Kawhi Leonard would have went on the Lakers, that would have been too much. Sometimes less is more. Y'all would have had a fucking all-star team.
Yeah, that one would have been fair. So I'm glad that Kawhi.
Speaking of not fair, did you see the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder debacle?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that fight?
I saw the highlights. It definitely seemed like it was some funny business with the gloves, but yeah, Deontay Wilder, I don't know. It don't really seem like he was like ready to me. He wasn't ready for that fight.
And the punching behind the head that bust his eardrum or really injured him. I do feel like this, Deontay. I'm gonna say this: you're a taller fighter. When you used to fighting shorter fighters, when somebody has their guard lower, this means they have speed. Mm-hmm. You can have speed and power and the reach advantage, and your guard is lower. When you have somebody that has the same reach advantage, they don't have to be all the way up on you to hit you. Yeah. So that means what? You got to have your guard higher. You didn't have no defense for him whatsoever. And he outboxed you. He also outboxed you, and that body shot he caught you with was real crucial that dropped you. Oh, yeah. But I will say this. The glove debacle, I don't know if he had a fucking weight in his glove or what.
Keep the mayo on me, homie. I ain't talking helmets. On the street, you live or die. That's what has a tail shit. That's why I ain't on the street. Where the hell you been? That's that liquor talking. I can smell the gin. Don't be that nigga that fucked up his future cause his former sins. Charles the all-spark, Optimus transform again. After it all stop, then smash on you with it, cause you can't fuck with my flow. Shut the fuck up when I go. Nigga, it's me, not my dough. Bitch, in my key and my soul.
But the way his wrist was moving.
Yeah, that shit all natural.
Yeah, and
it definitely was some funny business.
I could put up a whole list of fighters who went through this. It was a fighter, 2 Mexican fighters. I'll get their names later because it escapes me. I'm going to go down a whole rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. It was a Mexican fighter, and I think one might have been from Puerto Rico. So after the fight, now, if you fight a motherfucker, like let's say me and you box on Saturday, then we box 9 months later, and you punching me and I'm flying 10 fucking feet in the air and shit like that. That shit is not natural. How the fuck you didn't have that same strength? That's what happened with this one fight. And the guy afterwards, his trainers go over there to go shake the fighter's hand who beat their fighter.
Right.
This was fight number 2. When they touched his hand, it was like cement. Mm-hmm. So like the wrap is white. So underneath it was like some gray shit. So when he touched it, like you see his whole face change, he's like, what the fuck? So he go over there, he tried to tell everybody, dude had cut up out of there before they could even investigate him. So they wound up having a face-off. So he was like, yeah, you ain't gonna have no fucking raps on you. We gonna make sure you get checked this time.
Mm-hmm.
He went in there and beat the dog shit out of him. Now, this is the thing. You're playing with somebody's life.
Right.
When you're under a controlled substance, when you have a weapon in a glove, when you have some extra on your rap. I believe it was Sonny Liston that put mace on his gloves and fought Ali and blinded Ali, and Ali couldn't see. Ali still fought him. That's what made Ali the GOAT. Right. Ali came back, fought him again, and beat him. Then you have Zab Judah versus Cletus. I watched the interview you did with Vlad TV, and you talked about how you had to have brain surgery. Brain surgery is some real shit. Zab Judah said that he was downtown Manhattan with his girlfriend. He was having terrible migraines. Like, anybody who has migraines, you know, your vision blurry, your head is aching. He had been having it for weeks. So it was like he felt like he wanted to pass out. So he told his girl, like, man, I need some pain medication. Go to the doctor. The doctor was like, before we give you this, let's have some brain scans. His brain was just sitting in a pool of blood. So they had to have emergency surgery. And after they had their emergency surgery, he had his brain, he realized that this dude was on steroids. They wound up checking him and the man was on steroids, so now they're trying to charge him with attempted murder. It's an ongoing thing. You can't want to win to the point where you go in there with a weapon.
Exactly.
You turn your body into a weapon. Anything illegal like that, that's dangerous. I feel like it's unprofessional. Boxing is one of the most corrupt sports there is. And I feel like it's wrong. And we're going to talk about another fighter, man, that lost his life, that I actually grew up watching him fight, Roger Mayweather. One of the Roger Mayweather best fights came in North Virginia versus Pernell, the GOAT, Sweet Pete Whitaker. Sweet Pete Whitaker was supposed to be on the podcast. My sister's husband is real close to his family.
Okay.
And all of that, but Sweet Pete, Pernell had to, Roger Mayweather had to drop so much weight. If you look at his other fights, like, and you look at his body and how he was conditioned to go on into that fight, like, to me, that's what the heart of a fucking champion is. And he went the distance with him. Like, he wasn't running forward. You could tell his legs were smaller, his body was smaller. Like, but he went toe-to-toe, and he cut that weight just so he can make that fight. So talk about the impact that you felt like Floyd Mayweather, like, what do you think this does to him mentally and psychologically?
I think he may want to, like, get back in the ring. Because he retired right now?
I feel like, Floyd, if you get back in the ring, you probably going to get knocked out.
You think?
I'm going to tell you why you want to get knocked out. Why you want to get knocked out is because when it comes to all that drama and when somebody really put that pressure on you, Roger Mayweather been there. He fought for titles before. Now, y'all go back and watch this. When Zab Judah fought Floyd Mayweather, when he caught him with the low punch and Floyd Mayweather Sr. hopped in the ring, all of them hopped in the ring, and they fathers start fighting and all of that. Roger Mayweather got in his ear and like coaches him and give him that stay calm champ.
When he out the ring, that's his business. When he come in here, then I'm controlling him. I'm controlling what he do, what he should do, or how he should do, and how he should make this approach. All right, take your time, let he go run into something.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about getting no exchange with that motherfucker. Boxing, you beat him easy when you're boxing. Be you. Be you. That's all you gotta do is be you.
Don't want no more. He don't want no more.
No, that bitch ready to quit. You shut that motherfucker down right now. Don't worry about that. Keep doing what you're doing.
You can't fight off of emotion. And you losing that big part of your camp, you see it in a fighter. When Tyson if you see Tyson under Custom Motto, and you start seeing when Tyson started getting around Don King and motherfuckers like that, those was two different fighters. You're gonna have significant difference. From watching now people might you might say, oh, Tyson won the title with Don King. He did, but he lost it, and he lost a lot of fights. We never seen Tyson in front of, like, when he was fighting under Don King, Mike was coming in just head first. People were swinging, he was taking those punches. But those people didn't have no power behind it. The people who had the power behind it, taking those, when Mike couldn't take those punches, they was knocking his ass out. So, like, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, a lot of all of his losses pre-Custom Motto. When you look when he was at Custom Motto, they have a fight where a boxer threw more than 20 punches. Mike stood there, foot, and just dipped all of them shits. Right. He went back just dipping them shits. Dipping them shits, came back and clocked this nigga. You wasn't hitting Mike. Yeah. And that came from that coaching in that corner. So when you change that corner up, you don't want to go there, man.
Yeah. I ain't even think of it from that standpoint.
Floyd, don't fight this year.
Hey, Floyd, come back. Now, who was Mike under when he was like, I broke my back. My back is the spinal.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Who was he under there? He was under
That was after. That was at the time. That was like his later. Hey, listen, Mike. You have a podcast. Please don't ever watch my shit. Because if you see this and you try to fight me, I'm not fighting you, Mike. Please don't. I'm gonna pour that goddamn it on you. Mike, just say I grew up. Look, Mike, I fuck with you. Please don't make me do it. I'm gonna blow your ass. Mike, I know you'll still whoop a nigga.
Exactly. I don't want no fight.
We talking, making fun. I don't want no sauce in that type of way. I seen this old nigga Mike in front of a bag, like, and swinging, throwing a combination, like fast to the floor. I said, bro, if that nigga catch you with that shit. And old people have these fucking withered straw head. The more you ever been smacked by your granny or out to your mama or some shit like that. It's like
been smacked by grandma.
Facts. Facts. There, y'all grandma smacked me. It's like I'm not saying y'all grandma, but most old people, it's like they just be ringing out hot mops all their life. It's like their hands just be so strong and withered. An old Mike Tyson head? Oh, sweet Jesus. Mike, please don't. I'm begging you, Mike. This ain't for me and you. Because I'm not going to fight you. It's going to end bad. It's going to end bad. Both. It's going to be like, damn, I had to do this to Mike. Exactly. I grew up, man, talk about the upper echelon and fly shit. There's a picture of Mike with a fucking white Siberian tiger in a mansion. And this nigga wrestled with a tiger. That was his pet. This nigga crazy, bro. This nigga wrestled with a tiger. Any nigga who want to wrestle with tigers, this nigga got the strength of Samson. He just ain't got the head. I don't want them type problems. Any niggas who slapping tigers and lions and shit. Exactly. They don't want them type of problems. So salute out to Mike Tyson and their podcast. I forget the name of it. He got his own strand of weed out. He be real chill. Like, he has a lot of people on his podcast. They smoke weed. And Mike used to snort hella cocaine back in the day.
Okay.
So Mike went to he went to Colombia, Cuba one, and was just snorting like keys of cocaine, fucking hella stripper. That nigga lived a real rock star life. Like walking around like in Versace, and he told a story that's the funniest shit I ever heard. Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. Mm-hmm. They went to a party with Mike Tyson. This will probably be the last time we're going to talk about Mike on the podcast. But Mike, this was the funniest shit I ever heard. So he seen Ed Lover. So he told him like, hey, yo, man, you from Queens, right? Like, yeah, you from Queens, right? So he was like, yeah. He said, your mother live over here, right? So he's like, yeah. So I forget if it was a Lambo or Ferrari. So basically they was driving. He's like, nah, you drive. You fucked up. You drive. Come on. Right. Come on. Go to your mother's house. So
Spinal.
Spinal. Mike will bite a nigga ear off. You know he'll fight you dirty.
Exactly.
Please don't. This ain't for me and you, Mike. Listen. They drove to Ed Lover's mother's mansion. Mike slept on the couch. Mike woke up early in the morning, called a limo to pick him up, and left. Mm-hmm. So left the car there. Ed Lover mother like, yo, that's like a fucking Lamborghini. You just can't let it set. Like almost $1 million car.
Yeah.
Drive it around the block, make sure it's good, so Mike come pick up the car. Mike going through what he going through. Mike wound up going to prison. The second Mike went to prison, Mike people, them bloodsuckers that was around him, leeches, came and found out about Mike and the Ferrari thing, came back and got it. Or no. I believe Ed Lover said he called the people. He was like, what? Yeah, bring the car here right now. So they kept the car. So he was like, Mike, you remember you came and we was at the party and like you left your Lambo over there?
Right.
He said, left the Lambo over there. I fucking gave you the car. He like, what? He like, the fucking title was in the fucking glove. I gave you the fucking car. That's why I didn't come back and get it. So them motherfuckers knew Mike had that type of heart. Mike is a Cancer. His birthday is after my daughter.
Too.
I'm a Cancer
Both
also.
Cancers, yeah.
Factory. That's all love, man. If a nigga fuck with you, he fuck with you the long way. So even the criminals that Mike came up with, he still go see him, put money on their books. He a solid dude, man. But the thing about a Cancer is, just like 50, we got so much love. But if you fuck us over once, it's fuck you forever.
Exactly.
And a nigga might do anything to you. Cause when somebody moving off a strong emotion like that, like, oh yeah, you was the homeboy. Sometimes the nigga just be like, all right, fuck it. Just stay away from you. But if it's like that and you come towards him, oh man, it can go all bad. But Mike, man, I salute the transition that he made from now being a father to being low key and chill and smoking and still dealing with what he had to deal with, because coming up in the era and the time that he came up in, Mike was the youngest champion. So imagine a motherfucker 16 knocking out grown men.
Exactly.
He was in the Olympics, punishing everybody. Man, like if Customato could have stayed around, I believe his legacy would have went way higher. Boxing is not just physical skill. It comes to mental fortitude and heart too. Is it any type of sports shows that you're watching?
I like First Take.
What's that with? Is First Take with
the one with Stephen A. And, yeah, I like to hear Stephen A. talk his little shit. He gets so passionate about it. Kevin Durant. Yeah, I like listening to it.
I can't stand Stephen A. Smith, man.
You don't like Stephen A? I like Stephen A.
I feel like if Stephen A. Smith was even, like if you gave the same type of bullshit that you give to the white players as to the black players,
right?
It'll be even. The one I really like, I like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Skip!
Oh,
Skip.
yeah.
Shannon Sharp, my boy.
Yeah, I like that
Skip.
one too.
I hate watching people who don't have athletic bone in their fucking body.
Yeah.
With a hairline back to the back of their fucking neck, just talk about sports. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
And you be talking the hostile to motherfuckers that probably can break you in half.
It'd be entertaining, though.
It'd be entertaining.
But yeah, I know what you said.
When it's coming from somebody like Shannon Sharp, I watched Shannon Sharp play.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp was a fucking beast. And he's still a beast.
Yeah.
He different. Old Goat James. Shannon Sharp, him and Skip, man, but Skip got destroyed so many times on that show. When who was it that called Skip out? This motherfucker averaged 1 point in high school or some shit. He brought up Skip whole shit. And I guess Skip went to this thing where the head player wound up being like the coach's son or something. He couldn't get no playing time. It was just like a whole orbago. But he came to come back up there. It was a dude from the Fab Five that used to be with Chris Webber and them. not Isaiah Thomas. Rose. Something.
Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Like that. The bad boy.
He did say that shit. Man.
Average 1 point. Said, let's talk about your high school
That one
career.
was looking crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, cause he was talking shit about Jalen.
What a nigga pull out? Yeah, look, when you pull out all of them facts and talk shit about a professional athlete, and that nigga wind up doing digging and find out your professional shit.
About high school, one day his high school stats.
Yeah.
Well, how you find out nigga high school
School
stats? You didn't know Max, bro.
Facts. And that nigga had to go up to the high school.
Exactly.
Exactly. Skip Bayless. He's like, I used to go Skip. Oh, I was in class with Skip. This Skip whole rundown.
High school shit.
Facts.
That don't even matter.
Hey, it kind of looked like the nigga from the Catch a Predator. He got the list. So, you want some cookies and milk?
Exactly.
You was planning on having sex with this 15-year-old girl? Let's bring out the transcript. You said you're going to put lube all over your body? Nah, I just came over here to talk. He busted Skip out.
Oh my God.
For people who don't know, when Jalen Rose and Chris Webber and them came out, they was the first players that came out, man. In Michigan, they used to wear the black socks. To this day, only wear black socks in my sneakers. That's the reason why.
Okay.
Like, people don't know. Like, I follow basketball so much. And Jalen Rose, you was a pacer. You know I fuck with Jalen Rose. Heavy. You ain't have to do Skip like that. That nigga, why Skip?
I want Skip just looking dumb like.
Facts. You ain't fucking 1 point? How you average 1 point a whole season? That's crazy. Damn. So that means you basically shot one free throw the whole fucking season. And you missed one. So you ain't average 2. You split your free throws.
Crazy.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
And shout out to Jalen Rose barber too.
This shit always crispy.
Always. Waves be laying down. I'm like, who the fuck got this nigga hair?
This nigga, yo, you know he's still
crazy.
The only way to find a good barber like that, man, you gotta go in the Tenderloin. You gotta go in the hood. I know you probably be in the middle of Detroit.
Yeah.
Like with a bulletproof vest don't get motherfuckers selling dope is selling chicken wings all in the back of some bullshit. Cause Jalen, bro, this shit always crispy.
Always.
I kind of wish Kevin Garnett, man. Kevin Garnett, you're one of my favorite power forwards, bro. But sometimes you gotta be realistic. And you gotta be realistic to the point where there's no fucking possible way you think that you beat the Lakers and it wasn't because of Ray Allen. Ray Allen shot y'all out of those problems. Ray Allen hit the game-winning shot a few times in those series. Bro, you don't give Ray his credit. Y'all still have this little underlying beef, but guess what? Ray Allen went on to get more championships. Wound up going to the Heat and saved the Heat ass a few times.
Exactly.
More game-winning shots.
Exactly.
That also goes to LeBron. You be having motherfuckers around you that be saving your ass. I don't know a motherfucker that saved Jordan ass. Yeah. The only reason why Steve Kerr saved Jordan ass, the same year in the preseason, Steve Kerr was guarding Jordan, and Jordan was like, look, motherfucker, you don't be, in a regular season, you don't be guarding niggas like that, so in practice, why the fuck is you guarding me like that?
Right.
Because anything happened, it was on Mike's shoulders. They wasn't going to be like, well, Scotty didn't hit a big shot. Or such and such. It was going to be like, they was coming straight to Mike. So temperatures flared up, and the story has it, Mike punched Steve Kerr in the eye. Blacked his eye. Went home and felt sorry about it and called him and left him a voicemail apologizing. Afterwards, they dapped up and got cool. But guess what? Steve Kerr had his best shooting season that year. And the game-winning shot after that punch, Mike wound up double teamed. That was nothing for Mike. Getting double teamed, triple teamed, Mike could spin out of that shit, go to the rack. Mike said, hold on. Steve Kerr over there, wide open. I trust him now.
Right.
We have a camaraderie. Sometimes with your friends, your co-workers, your family members, not your co-workers, don't put your hands on your co-workers. But sometimes your friends, your comrades, when you're trying to do something positive and they don't get it. And you might have to hash it out. Either talk. Sometimes it might come to blows, but once you're older, it really don't come to blows. But something like that, it came to blows, and they was able to shake hands as men and walk away from it. They had a new respect for each other. Because I heard Steve Kerr tried to fight back.
Right.
But Mike's 6'6". Come on, bro. And Mike was Mike. Mike was strong as a motherfucking ox. Mike seen him in the corner, threw that ball to him. That ball, you can pull it up. That ball didn't touch now bitter rim. All bottoms. You ever seen a motherfucker shoot this shot and the net don't even move?
Right.
That motherfucker's shot was so pure. Steve Kerr's shot wasn't pure like that before he tangled with Mike and got on the Bulls. Look at that nigga's stats when he was on Cleveland. Come on, bro. Y'all niggas was getting washed every year. You were Craigie Low. Yeah. He was mediocre talent. So Mike with his teammates, man, was way. If Mike would have had a Dwayne Wade, if Mike would have had a Chris Bosh, if Mike would have had those type of a Ray fucking Allen on his team, what? A nigga that can shoot like that? Come on, bro. You can't compare. If Mike would have had a Shaq, there's no motherfucker you can think about that's more dominant than Shaq. Mike didn't have the type of talent. Mike had, like, if we're giving up 2K stats, most of them niggas was like 80s. Only person you could say that was above an 80 was Scotty.
Yeah.
People more compare LeBron to Jordan. You can compare LeBron to Scotty. I'll accept that comparison. Scotty can. I feel like Scotty can shoot a better three. You think LeBron is way better than Scotty?
Way better.
I don't know.
But you even said yourself what Scotty do without Jordan.
Yeah, that's true.
Scotty want the man like that, like LeBron is.
But I feel like Scotty can create his own shot. Scotty not scared to, at the end of the day, have that ball in his hand.
Scotty ain't no Bron though.
Scotty used to average like 35 points. To average 35 points, he averaged up there with LeBron average.
But he ain't no Bron though.
Scotty can take it down the pipe and flush on you. The reason you were saying
a playmaker like that?
Yeah.
Like
he was like the same height.
Assists.
Nah, I ain't gonna say no 10. No, I'm not gonna say 10 plus assists because most of the time, Scotty, like Mike was feeding Scotty, it was because Scotty was wide open. He wanted to take the shot. Right. But it would be a time to where if Scotty got 10 or more assists, it was like Rodman that blocked it off the backboard. Scotty that picked it up.
Right.
And Mike, you see Mike throwing up the finger.
Right.
Quick, fast break. So on those quick, fast breaks, Mike had. But Scotty didn't have, that wasn't his role. Because back in the days, you didn't have the same, like how you have a Kevin Durant coming down and shooting on niggas. If you was 7 foot and you came down and shot on a nigga, put him on the bench.
Right.
They did not want no fucking. Even when I watched the Knucklehead podcast and they talked about it, that was real. If you had a fucking nigga 6'11", 7 foot grabbing a rebound, going coast to coast, if that nigga missed that shot, he might be on the bench for the rest of the year. Yeah. So you had to play your position. That wasn't Scotty's position. You didn't have no fucking strong forward just pushing the ball like you had LeBron. Him and LeBron was the same height, same build, all that shit. Mm-hmm. So Scotty didn't have that luxury like that, like to push it. Mike kind of played the point guard and shooting guard role. Yeah. So Mike kind of dictated, like, okay, if I drive this way, I'm going to catch Scotty, flush the ball. So he dictated the pace of the game. Yeah. With LeBron, he dictates the pace of the game. Mm-hmm. So they have like LeBron in the Michael Jordan position, but his build is more like a Scotty. Right. So if they played around the same time and Scotty still had that, I believe, I don't want to feel like I'm throwing LeBron away.
You say
I am
a big LeBron fan.
But I'm talking about right now, like back in the days, I feel like basketball was way more physical. It was way more athletic. Yeah. So I feel like LeBron could have survived back then, but he wouldn't have been the same player.
I feel like he would have been a different player. You know, people adapt.
You had a big ass nigga like Karl Malone guarding him.
Yeah, people adapt to, what era they in. I feel like if anybody from this era played back then, they'll look a lot different.
Yeah, them fights and how shit was physical and the flagrance I done seen motherfuckers get fucking body slammed and shit. Those was real flagrants.
Right.
Like a slap at the head, sometimes that might be a no call.
Right.
Or a motherfucker going and he making a play on the ball and catching you in the hand and catching you in the head. That might be a regular foul. In the playoffs, it's a no call.
That's like, I think Rondo and Patrick Beverly would have loved that era.
That's Patrick Beverly. Most niggas who look like stepped on roaches.
Yeah, they already playing with it.
Not calling you a roach, but like most niggas who look real fucked up, who don't brush their hair.
Right.
But Durant, I don't think Durant, he got car hair. Like his shit just rolled in park everywhere. I don't think Durant could have survived that era. The reason why I say because he was too frail. He was too like he's a tall, like them tall niggas that was back then, like
Sean Bradley.
The African kid. What was the
Manute Bol. Yeah,
the kid made Mutombo too. What? Mutombo won't play with niggas. Bring that shit in the house and finger wag. Mutombo was senior shit.
Yeah.
So they was so he I don't think he couldn't have played the same role like just pulling up. Like you had Tony Kukoc. He was one of the first motherfuckers that was over 6'10" shooting that shit like that. Then you had Andre Karolinkos and niggas like that.
Right.
But he, in my era, like, Kukoc was like one of his kind.
Yeah.
And I heard Kukoc was like, he was European too.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, Mike could survive in this era, he would score a lot more. What people don't know, when people always talk about, well, Mike couldn't survive in that era ended, I believe, like in 97 was when they had the no hand checking rule. Y'all can check me if I'm wrong. It wasn't 97, it definitely was 98. So they interviewed Mike and Scotty like, Will, what do you think this shit is gonna mean for the game? He was like, I'm getting older now. Mike was in his late 30s.
Yeah.
So Mike was like, I'm getting older now. So these young dudes, I can't touch them. So that means I gotta chase these niggas down all the time.
Yeah.
I can't bump. So like, just if you guard a motherfucker, you can give him a bump that slows him down, and you can catch up to him. Mike is like, now I gotta fucking really, really guard these. I can't use the old school tricks we had. Mike still won a championship in that era. So Mike can survive in both eras. And Mike came back as the... I want to forget the whole Wizard thing.
Yeah, that Wizard. I think I had that jersey, though. But, yeah. Shout out to DC.
Mike to the point where you didn't give a fuck about your kids. Mike... Both of my kids played college ball. One name was Marvis Jordan, and I feel the other one name was like something else, but both of them, the first brother, man, he was a purity bomb. Like, bum, 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 bum.
I remember watching one of their games on TV with my dad, and he was like, oh, that's Michael Jordan's son. He ain't do shit. And I was kind of like, you sure that's his son? Like, now Bronny gonna be a problem. That nigga is gonna be a problem.
Bronny be skied up, dunking on niggas already. I be watching little Bronny.
Bronny is gonna be a problem. Rest
in peace to Kobe. Kobe's daughter, she was straight, but I'm not gonna lie. Like the highlights I've seen, I've never seen them going off. This is not to discredit her. I will say Zach Randolph's daughter's a fucking beast. Zebo.
And then they play on the same team together. I ain't never seen none of her highlights, but
I've only seen highlights of Gigi missing shots and Zach Randolph's daughter just bodying that, like just grabbing an offensive rebound and putting that shit back up. Like she play like Zebo. But I of course, if somebody in the comments, if y'all want to slide a clip of Gigi just throwing up buckets like the Mamba, I would love to see it. But Bronny, oh my God, Bronny going up.
Bronny gonna be a problem.
Next time Bronny go to Bo Williams, we gotta go see that shit. Cause you know Bo Williams Sportsplex,
right?
AU, he was here.
Okay.
I think I had to work, but shit, I'll take that day off to see that shit.
But yeah.
Then I feel like when you have to live, they had to live up under the scrutiny of being Jordan's son.
Right.
And I feel like the oldest one, I mean, the one that was actually good, that actually, I think he wound up playing for like Chicago State or some Illinois State or some shit. Whatever. But this nigga, of course, because it's Michael Jordan, they still wanted to have his son up there and it was going to bring a lot of shit to the school. But I think the school was sponsored by Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I'm not wearing no fucking Adidas. Like, I'm wearing Jordans, like my daddy brand.
Yeah.
So guess what happened? $23 million, I think. They lost a $23 million contract because of this nigga. He wasn't even that good. So eventually they wound up getting rid of him. So Jordan, you fucked your kids over in so many ways. I'm gonna slander you, Jordan. You're probably one of the best players of all time, but LeBron is one of the best human beings of all time. This nigga, matter of fact, did you hear about this? LeBron, I be watching your show too, LeBron. You need to have a real nigga like me up there with that. And my nigga, we can talk sports all day. So LeBron made it to where now, I believe it might start in 2020 or 2021. Now, when you go to college, you'll get paid for your likeness. So let's say if we have a Keon jersey, you wear number 24.
Right.
If they sell 15 million jerseys, like I know Zion Williams' jersey was selling out of control.
Right.
Zion still had them motherfucking Marshall Nikes. Because
split open.
They bust open like a fucking hot dog in the microwave. Nigga almost lost his whole career, bro. You know how fucked up that is?
What's they playing us that game?
Dude was playing UNC. Yeah. To the day.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
He went up for a dunk, man. I understand he's 300 pounds, but bro, shit, no shoes explode like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And his knee would. It could have been the end of his career. So I feel like LeBron doing this is big. I also feel like Jordan, because he played for Duke, and you actually went out there and got him a Jordan contract, that was noble of you because we know how much you hate Duke.
Right.
And all of the UNC student athletes, he go give them all Team Jordans and for free. But no, like
they
other
haven't
colleges,
no shoes this year.
Yeah, they been fucking up.
Some bombs.
But it's like you have a lot of people that is from Michigan. Like let's say you grew up in Detroit, and when the Bad Boys was out, like some of the older dudes from the neighborhood, like OGs, would come and get them like a pair of sneaks, make sure they had money for oodles and noodles and to eat and get a haircut and all of that.
Right.
Because you're not making no money while you're going to school. Right. So they would say that shit was illegal. So that was the actual debacle that Jalen Rose and Chris Webber and all of them went through. Yeah. They went through that little debacle. Nobody could be there for Zion like that because he's trying to get to the NBA. So he, like his mama, single parent, she go to fucking Marshalls. And you know you a big ass nigga. Wearing a size 14, that's the only place you find them at is like stupid places like Marshalls,
what's that shit in the
Ross.
Yeah, then you had a fucking size 17. I've never even seen before. Most long ass shoe. So and was.
Anybody who don't know, if you go inside Foot Locker, Finish Line, Champ Sports, all of that, when it comes to size 13, they usually only buy 2 pairs of those shoes. They usually never buy a size 14. Yeah. If they do, they only buy 1 pair. So usually the second them shits come off the truck, they gone. So let's say if you're 6'6" and you wear a size 15, they're not going to have your shoes in Finish Line and Foot Locker and all that shit. You got to order your shit offline. And if you don't have the money to order them offline, then guess what? You got to go to stupid ass places like Marshalls and all of those places. Not slandering y'all.
Hey,
but
shout out to Marshalls.
Yeah, shout out to Marshalls, Ross, all of those places. So he had some cheap shoes like that. Them shits exploded.
Yeah.
Now, what LeBron is doing, you'll get paid for your likeness. I think you get like a little weekly salary or some shit. Yeah, so now they can go buy them some LeBrons, buy them some Jordans, get a haircut, get something to eat, because that's all them kids need, man.
Yeah.
Like the school makes so much fucking money off of them.
Yeah.
You had so many great college players that never actually made it to the league. Man, they got nothing off that but memories.
That's facts.
So people can still go right now. You can go get a Gonzaga, like let's say you want to go get a Westbrook College jersey, or you want to go get a Melo. Let's speak about Melo. How you feel about Melo? Melo's starting to turn up too.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Melo, I slandered you for so long.
I'm happy for him. I'm real happy for him. Like, the whole shit was whack. Like, how he was out of the league for a little bit and basically had to, like, beg and plead to get back in the league. And it's like he was one of the best scorers of that era. So that shit was just whack that he had to do all that to get back. But I'm glad that he back.
I will say this.
Up, though.
I understand why they did that. Because Melo come out of his mouth with, I'm not coming off the bench, et cetera, et cetera. You had people,
my nigga say he not coming off the bench.
you had a lot of people that was Melo was better than a lot of motherfuckers that was playing in the NBA at that time. But Melo slows the game down. Yeah. So he scores. Melo, he does it. LeBron started doing that shit too. Like LeBron, ISO, just sat there and dribble the ball.
James Harden.
Facts. 10 seconds into the shot clock before they make a move, and Melo hit you with the Chevy lean and all of that shit. And he don't hit them shits all the time.
That's what I'm about to say. That's the difference between him and James. James gonna make, what's that shit Melo gonna miss?
Bro, that's equivalent to like you be like a fine bitch at the club. She come to the crib, like she put on a 90, like she started dancing, get all naked and touch you like, oops, I gotta go. She put on her clothes and just did. Yeah, that's exactly. The biggest build up to the biggest letdown, bro. Like, bro, if you do all of them fucking moves and
especially
you miss
OKC, that shit was.
He was shit though. OKC missing all the motherfucking wide open shots.
Man, and Russ was feeding him the rock.
Yeah,
trying to get
Russ fucked with him legit.
It won't work it.
Who do you blame for that? Who do you blame for? Because that wasn't all you blame Melo.
He should have made some shots.
And you're out here, and I might run into you, but we gonna call it spade a spade. I blame Allen Iverson.
For the OKC shit?
No, for Melo and how Melo played.
Oh, wait, in Denver. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the day where I knew it was over for Melo. And because Melo grew, he, like everybody else, we grew up looking up the Chuck.
When he started wearing the arm sleeve.
Not even the arm sleeve. And people don't even know, when Chuck cut his hair, Melo cut his braids. He started wearing the headband. Oh, this is the day I knew Melo was just going to start mimicking Allen Iverson. You wasn't mimicking the AI when AI was playing in Philly and was hungry and getting 9 steals in a game and fucking putting 43 on a nigga head. You mimicked the, I don't really want to be in the NBA no more, Allen Iverson. I'm just doing this shit to pay off bills and debts and pay all these baby mamas I got.
Right.
When that nigga was in an interview, he was like, yeah, my man Bubba Chuck. I said, he called him Chuck. He was like, oh, no, that's what they call AI. They call him Chuck. So I was like, yeah, now you start getting all the tattoos and the arm sleeve and you cut the hair was a wrap. But before, man, Melo was, you would see Melo like average like 5 rebounds, get a block, a steal, and shit. Melo didn't give a fuck about nothing but scoring after then. And I think AI might have told him like, bro, it didn't matter how many steals, all they really care about is scoring. Because I feel like if I wasn't gonna win, nigga, I'm gonna have like a scoring title, like.
And then they say Melo used to get mad, like he wouldn't get as mad if he had 40 points and they lost, but he'd get mad if he had like 25 and they won. And then he'd like come in and snap it. It's like, nigga, we won. So yeah, I wouldn't want to play with nobody like that for real.
That's the difference between Jordan. I done seen games with Jordan that had fucking 25 points and they won, and then seen games where Jordan had 40. Matter of fact, the nigga dropped the most points ever in the playoffs, and they lost that fucking series to the Celtics. So you can drop 63 on the motherfucker,
right,
and go off for real. You can drop 100 points. If you by yourself drop 100 points, and all 5 players on their team drop 35, guess what?
Yeah,
you lost still by a big ass margin.
Right.
If everybody around you, this nigga had 8, he had 12, he had 4.
It's like Bradley Beal was going off. And then, I don't know. The Wizards I don't know what's up with them.
It's a team game, and a lot of people, I understand it because I understand it more when it comes to your last year and you know it's time to either I'm going to leave or re-sign, or you got to be like, well, look, I averaged this much. I kind of said that. I called that. I was like, if Kevin Durant, even though he's injured, they made it to the finals. If he don't come out and at least play, like people gonna be like, bro, you was injured. Y'all niggas got. I can see if it was the playoffs, but he came out there in the finals because he knew he kind of had to do that. And he got injured.
Yeah.
If Durant wouldn't have got injured, it would have ended a lot different. I feel like because Durant was going to fuck off that game.
Yeah. Oh, you say if he wouldn't have got injured?
Yeah, if he wouldn't have got injured.
Oh yeah.
Because Durant's a problem.
Yeah.
So. When it comes to something like that, if you're doing it in your last year, I wholeheartedly get it because you're trying to get your money.
Right.
But a lot of times it was like, AI didn't want to be there no more. You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
Because they had times, sometimes you're just on the wrong team. Philly, y'all didn't give a fuck about winning no championship. Nigga, look at the talent you had. Al Snow, Hughes, not to discredit them dudes. You had a washed up old Dikembe Mutombo. Like you wasn't really putting no real talent around Chuck, and he still got y'all niggas to the finals. So it's kind of disheartening, and I feel I don't know where he was coming from. Like, nigga, it's disheartening to me too. Like, so if all y'all give a fuck about is me scoring, and I'm gonna be the best player on the team, then fuck it, nigga, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna score. I'm not playing defense. Yeah. I'm not trying to get assists. I'm not doing all the little things. Even when you don't block a shot, if you get a good shot contest, and now a motherfucker like, damn, I can't go this way. The last 3 shots, this nigga to put his hand up that way and I'm breaking them shits. Right. And you get into a nigga head psychologically, even if you talking to him. So I feel like they should have never had Melo and the Nuggets. They had a squad, but they shouldn't have had AI there, man.
I used to like that squad a little bit because the Sixers was like the first team that I liked. It's like the Bulls. It was kind of like I was born into that. But when I was like in 4th grade or something, I liked Iverson or whatever, and I started liking the Sixers, even though I didn't really watch basketball all that much. But so when he had went to Denver, I'm like, oh, him and Melo, like, that shit would be sweet. And they made the playoffs and shit a couple times, but yeah.
And see, the thing is, you was coming in during an era when you was younger, where you didn't see Iverson like when he was in his fucking prime. When he first, Iverson came out there like 98 or 97 or some shit. Yeah. So when AI was in his fucking prime was when he was really in his prime. The thing is, you age in dog years when you're in professional sports. Mm-hmm. So a motherfucker that been in the league 7 to 10 years, oh my God, that should take a toll on your body. Yeah. That's LeBron pays over $1 million a year just for his health and
his body and shit.
If Michael Jordan would have had access to $1 million a year to pay for his health, right? Because Mike had a bad gambling problem. Right. Mike was a fucking hooligan off the court.
And that's the same with AI too. Like the partying and shit. And like you look at Iverson now, it's like this nigga really ain't supposed to look like that. Like how Kobe looked when he,
Kobe still
before, yeah, Kobe still looked young. Iverson, like that nigga looks old now. Yeah. And it's like y'all came in together and you kind of look like somebody old granddad still trying. Look, I love AI.
That also comes with drinking and drugging. When you got a lot of people, like whatchamacallit look like hot shit too. Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Them big ass bags under the eyes. Yeah. That comes party like a rock star, man.
Yeah,
like
if you don't take care of yourself, it definitely shows.
Yeah, like Mike still look good for his age. It's Mike old as shit.
Mike Tyson. Oh, Mike Jordan. Final. Yes. yeah, Jordan. This. Yeah. But yeah.
Jordan still look good. Jordan still trying to put it on the nigga ass.
Yeah.
Like Mike still stay in the gym and all of that. I will say this. Females, like the boxing, I feel like Clarissa Shields and Layla Ali, like it's this big build up to it.
Is that the one?
Clarissa Shields, the girl.
Layla something.
So I'll give you the rundown. This is what happened. So Clarissa Shields basically comes up from Detroit, Michigan. She was one of the youngest females in the Olympics and all of that boxing. So one of the people she looked up to was Layla Ali. So she felt like Layla Ali she would always give credit to other female boxers. So Clarissa Shields said her favorite boxer was Ann Wolfe and all of this. So I don't know, I guess she got asked a question and like she said some shit like, oh, blah, 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 so it was some shit talking. And she was basically like, yo, if the money is right, I come out of retirement and box you or whatever. So Layla Ali said, this your first fucking knockout. I knocked almost every bitch out 4 out. Yeah. So then she came back and was like, bitch, you was fighting old bitches that was mothers with 3 kids and 47 years old and all this shit. Like, blah, blah, blah. But I will say this. Clarissa Shields, she got hands, she's younger. Layla Ali fight different, bro. Clarissa Shields, if in your mind, You feel like you're gonna go through and this is gonna be a boxing match? I'm gonna put it to you like this, as old as I am. If I have to fight a 20-year-old, don't think we going toe to toe, nigga.
Right.
This is gonna be the dirtiest fight you ever been to in your fucking life. At this age, you can't lose, nigga. Once you get over 30, bro. If you look at the fight where she fought Joe Frazier's daughter. Joe Frazier's daughter was older. Salute to her because now she's a fucking judge. I respect that. But Layla was fighting that bitch dirty. Because Layla like, bitch, you not about to beat me. Yeah. They was going. Layla was hugging her, punching her in the back, like punching the back of the head, whatever she had to do to win. Layla's one of them. I don't feel, and you're in the younger generation. You're gonna feel like I got speed. You fighting an older motherfucker. Nigga, this is gonna be a fight. We ain't going from the show like Layla might catch her with an elbow, bust your whole shit. Yeah. Like, bitch, she gonna change you. Yeah. So if she do happen to take this fight, you gonna go in there with that mentality, I wanna knock her out or short. Bitch, you gonna leave fucked up. Layla might leave fucked up too. But I guarantee you, it ain't gonna be the fight you think it's gonna be.
You think it's gonna happen?
If people put that money up, they promote it, right?
Yeah.
$5 million.
That's what she was saying.
My money will be definitely
like $1 million. She was like, I'm not fighting for no million. She's like, it gotta be more than that.
If you look what Layla Ali is doing now when she's on Home Network.
Layla look good too. For her to be older.
I feel like this. My girl's here, but we can express ourselves. Listen, I'm attracted to power, bro. I'm attracted to power in like other upper echelon, like Layla Ali. I be saying, well, you're married and shit. I be saying shit to get a reaction. I be saying fucked up shit and she react sometimes on Instagram.
Oh shit.
But I know I know Layla Ali will probably whoop my ass, bro. If she be coming straight forward, I'm a bear hug that bitch. But somebody like that, like even what's the girl name? I was just watching her Knuckleheads. This bitch like the one that be dunking on bitches.
Brittany Griner.
Not Brittany Griner, not the dyke looking bitch.
Oh.
My fault. I ain't mean to call you a dyke looking bitch, you dyke looking bitch. The other one, the tall one who played for the LA Sparks.
Oh, Candace.
Yeah. Fucking Parker. Listen.
Candace is beautiful. Skylar Diggins. See, that's what I like.
But I'm gonna say this.
Skin,
all that pretty shit, I'm gonna tell you what was the difference. When I listened to Candace Parker, go watch that shit on the Knuckleheads. This bitch made me respect her a totally different way.
Yeah,
she said, listen, I'm going to have a baby. So my mother was a stay-at-home mother. She said, but one thing about it, I'm not going to let my career define my relationship with my child. I'm not going to let my child define my relationship with my career. Nigga, she had a baby and went back to the NBA within 2 months. Yeah. Then on top of that, she was coming off of ACL tears and knee tears, and she's that tall. Do you not know that she won the slam dunk contest, the All-American slam dunk contest, over Josh Smith, like against men? Like, she different. Like, that type of, you gotta have some extra dick, fucking a 7 foot tall bitch that's athletic. I knew she was fucking with an NBA nigga. And her foot big as shit. She wear like a size 16. That's something different. Yeah, I respect female athletes to a next level, especially when they don't let certain shit, because they like she a lot of them always, we supposed to get paid this because the mans get paid. Bitch, you can't do what the men do.
Yeah.
But some of them can ball and get down with them.
Yeah.
But realistically, I think Dave Chappelle said the realest shit out. He said, we have equal rights. If LeBron put on a fucking wig and a dress, this nigga would average 300 points in the WNBA. Yeah. Y'all ball is lighter, the rim is shorter, the 3-point line is a little bit in.
Yeah.
My nigga, you ever seen a motherfucker jump from the free throw line and dunk? When you bitches dunk, you're not dunking over nobody.
Yeah.
Niggas in the NBA is windmilling over niggas.
Yeah.
They playing a totally different game. When I feel like they just had their first fight like last year.
Oh, congrats to y'all.
Congrats for finally throwing hands. Niggas literally almost lost their life in NBA fights.
Man, the Indiana shit.
Woo!
I was in the elementary movie. I think I saw the highlights the next morning. I was like, oh man.
At the time, I'm watching because I'm a Pacers fan. I'm watching the fucking game, and the thing about it is, at the time, that was one of our rivals, the Pistons. Mm-hmm. They kind of stopped us. Tayshaun Prince caught that fucking block that was goaltending, nigga. He caught that fucking block on Reggie Miller when Reggie Miller laid it up. He ran full court and blocked that shit, and that wound up being they wound up changing the whole rest of the game because. After that, the whole rest of the series, they wound up beating us and they wound up going on to beat the Lakers and won a championship. Mm-hmm. So the Pacers already had this rivalry. So when they went down, I was watching it live and I was like, this shit gotta be a movie. I said, these motherfuckers is not in the stands, and it showed you the difference between an NBA athlete and a regular nigga. Mm-hmm. When you see Jermaine O'Neal slide, Jermaine O'Neal, y'all who don't know that nigga's 7 foot tall. He was our power forward. He slid on the ground and was still the same size as the nigga he punched. Slid on the ground and punched this nigga on the floor. Bro, you having 6'10" and 6'11" niggas run through the stands whooping ass? Mm-hmm. The funniest part about all of it, the nigga who threw the beer, when Ron Artest ran over there, he pointed to another nigga. He was like, he threw the beer. And as soon as Ron Artest started punching him, he tried to grab him from the back and put him in the yoke. But Steve Jackson, oh, that shit was bonkers, bro.
Jackson was going crazy too.
I couldn't imagine being at an NBA game and those 6'10" nigga who lift 300 pounds like it ain't shit come up there and just start slapping niggas next to me. That is some scary shit.
I just started going live. Yo, nigga, yo, stop that. Crazy. That shit was wild.
The coach from the Houston Rockets, he was actually the coach that wound up getting the Rockets their first championship. Mm-hmm. He used to be a player, and I don't know. I feel like they was playing the Lakers. They was fighting, and he ran over there. Of course, like your team fight, you want to help him. He ran over there, I guess, to see what was going on. And when he got punched like square in the nose. He hit the ground. It knocked out all his teeth, blacked his eyes. He wound up being in a coma.
That's why I don't break up no fights.
I think he wound up being in a coma for a whole year and he almost died. After that, he couldn't play in the NBA no more. That was it. He wound up being a coach after that.
That's fucking crazy.
So imagine getting punched by a motherfucker one time and he almost ended your life.
Like Shaq or some shit.
When you're running straight towards somebody and they punch you and it's like the punch go through you, bitches don't even be getting down like that.
Nah.
Y'all not, I don't know if it's because of the coaches or the management of WNBA. Y'all gotta act like, ain't nobody trying to see y'all act like fucking ladies. If we are, we want y'all to play ball in skirts and thongs. If not, I want to see you bitches dunking windmills on niggas, pushing bitches.
Definitely not missing no layup.
Facts, not missing layup, bro. That is a layup in his league. Them bitches be hitting floaters from 10 feet away. But I can't.
Some of them nice. I kind of watch more for like the ball handling, like some of the point guards and shit nice, like Ivory Latta.
Remember the point guard for UNC, the dark skinned girl who wound up crying, the short one? Damn, she was raw. She wound up crying when the UNC lost. It was a couple years back.
Ivory Latta? No, because she played way back.
This might have been like 9-10 years ago, maybe.
Oh shit, it may have been her.
It might have been Ivory Latta. The dark-skinned girl with the big-ass lips, she wound up crying?
I don't know. I know she played for the Washington Mystics a couple of years ago. I don't know who she with now, but yeah, she used to be a problem.
And I like to give a shout-out to Reggie Miller's sister, Cheryl Miller. I think she's the first female to ever score 108 points. She did it. She might have went to like Inglewood High School or some shit. She went to a hospital.
Man, like, what was the final score?
I don't even know.
How the fuck you scored?
I was born in the 80s, but I think she did it in the 80s. She did it like before the year I was born, maybe like 84 or something.
That's crazy.
Because, and the story goes like, Reggie, so both of them played ball. They're around the same age. I think she's like 2 years older than Reggie.
Right.
So Reggie never wanted to look like, oh, I'm following my sister footsteps. So the mother would go with Reggie sometimes the mother would go with Cheryl. Sometimes the father would go with the other one. So I think this time, like, the father went with Cheryl and the mother went with Reggie. So he was like, yeah, Cheryl, I scored 36 points tonight. Like, yeah. So he was like, what happened to you? She was like, well, let's just turn on the TV. Turn on the TV. That bitch dropped 108. God damn. 108? And I heard they didn't have a WNBA then, but I heard she had like a 100-point game in whatever league they had after that too.
Yeah.
So she was a fucking problem. You can only see like little highlights of her with the Jerry curl busting ass.
No. Imagine her in the WNBA. That shit would have been crazy.
I feel like when they really first hit the WNBA, she got in there and she played like maybe a year, but she was so old.
Oh yeah.
Cause she was like a beast like in the 80s, early 90s, and they didn't get it like the 2000s.
Like, yeah.
They might have like got like 98.
Like late 90s. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna talk about the last thing, the Redskins. What do you feel like the Redskins is gonna do this year? Any trades that you want to see happen?
Listen, I'm a Redskin fan, but I don't even be watching us for real. Like, every year we disappoint the fans. It's just, I don't know what we could do. I don't feel like we would do nothing, but we'll see.
Is there any other team you got your eyes on that you be watching? It is like, yo. So I'm a Colts fan. I don't really even watch football no more.
Yeah.
But I'm a Colts fan, but I feel like I love watching the Steelers play the Ravens. That's a game I love watching.
Yeah, they definitely be exciting. And I'm looking forward to seeing the Ravens this year, to see what Lamar Jackson will do again. I like exciting players because I like college football more so than NFL. I don't really care for the NFL. So you really got to be nice or something for me to want to watch one of y'all games.
Who your college football team?
My college football team, Notre Dame.
Salute to Notre Dame. I don't fuck with Notre Dame in college. I fuck with them in basketball. And in college, I fuck with USC and I fuck with LSU.
Okay.
Salute to SC.
It's crazy because in college basketball, I like UNC, but in college football, I like Notre Dame. Like, I'm all over the
college. I like UNC and I like IU.
What's that?
Indiana.
Indiana.
Because y'all want me a shitload of money when y'all beat Duke. I actually used to be a Sacramento Kings fan because everybody was a Lakers fan.
Oh,
well, okay. So the Pacers is my only team. So you also had to have a team on the West.
Yeah.
So at that time, like the Kings, like I told you, Chris Webber was my nigga.
Yeah.
My nigga.
They had a squad too.
This nigga Robert Horry was the luckiest motherfucker alive.
Mm-hmm.
When I seen it happen, I was like, no. I had big money on this game too. Lottie Divas, a lot of Diviac, however you fucking say that name. Lottie Divas, instead of just trying to get the rebound over Shaq, because Shaq had been snatching balls over this motherfucker all night. He smacked the ball right to fucking Robert Horry with like 2 seconds on the clock. Robert Horry grabbed the ball and just threw up a fucking shot and dropped it nothing but that. I'm like, it didn't count, but it counted.
Yeah.
So afterwards, it was like the person I bet the money against was like, I'll give you the bet back on IU and Duke. So I was like, fuck it. We was like, but you got to take IU. I was like, all right, fuck it. That's the only way I can get my bet back. So I took the bet for IU and Duke, and I've been an IU fan ever since. That was the year we had Jerry Jeffries, too.
That's crazy. That's who whatchamacallit played for, right?
Who?
Victor Oladipo.
Yes.
Victor
Oladipo.
Yeah.
Oladipo played for IU.
Yeah.
That's the Pacers' problem, man. They try to get a lot of players that played in Indiana.
Uh-huh.
Or they try to get like a lot of, I don't know. When they get a player, they always try to get his brother. Oh, he'll play better with his brother. So they try to get Tyler Hansborough, get Hansborough brother, and now they trying to get all the Collisons together. Motherfucker, this ain't no family affair.
He was gonna suck like that when he Tyler Hansborough. But I was like, he kind of undersized for his, I don't know.
He got heart too.
Yeah.
Man, remember when he broke his nose at USC and he kept wanting to play?
I loved him in college. Like, he was kind of annoying in the league. I was like, oh. It's crazy when people don't pan out like Jaleel Okafor, like players like that who you think will be something, then they be a bust. And then like the ones who
You
don't
think
come,
not?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the Damian Lillards and stuff, like they come from those small schools and now like one of the top players in the league. That's gonna be crazy.
Because when you get in that league, man, it's two different things.
Yeah.
Like what you did in college, that shit can be like you have some people that was
way different.
great in college.
Mm-hmm.
They get to the league and it's like, what the fuck? I feel like
Adam Morrison, one of them, Gonzaga, and then played with the Lakers. He won that year with Kobe, but he ain't do shit in the league. But he was known in college. That shit just be crazy.
So I'm so glad that they're gonna play these college students, man.
Yeah.
But I do feel like because I think California right now is the only state that's doing it.
Oh, for real?
So I do feel like, yeah, because the first people that LeBron had signed off on it was, I think it was like the mayor of California or some shit. Okay. So it's on his show that he be having on HBO. I think it's called The Barbershop.
Okay.
LeBron, let me ask you a personal question. I don't want no beef, LeBron. But listen, why you got a show called The Barbershop and you never get your hair cut live on TV?
Okay, you gotta get it sprayed on.
That's a fact. This nigga he got the sunroof. But look, this is about LeBron. You have everything at your disposal, bro. Like, nigga, let it go. You gotta be like all the greats. When it comes to a bald person, bro, they be having nothing to lose. Like anybody who be having the bird's nest, all this shit right here missing, or a big ass Ginobili spot, like somebody set a can on this shit, they be playing with a chip on their shoulder. Mm-hmm. Them not even the niggas you really want to fight. Anybody who ain't got no hairline, they ain't got nothing to lose, bro. They always have an extra attitude. Look at the niggas in the league. They had the baldy. Mm-hmm. Niggas will come in with the baldy, flushing it on you. They ain't going up for no layup. LeBron, man, get the baldy, bro. You got the perfect body, perfect wife, perfect kids, like perfect life. Come on, bro.
But I fought with him like Kevin Durant. I think he got like a hair disease. Like something, cause ain't no way your shit just look like that. Like it don't look like you brush it. It don't look like it grow in right.
He got Nigerian hair.
He got some. That shit look crazy though.
It like
it looks nasty.
Like a carpet.
When they show that shit live, I don't know what's up.
But yeah, this is the thing about it. They ain't gonna stop bitches from fucking with you.
Yeah.
You got that type of money.
Yeah.
Bro, you can literally have
it just made me think like, damn, what if I had this money and I'm looking like this? I know I have all the little bad bitches.
And you be having the waves popping too?
You feel me?
We gonna have to get you on the front of a do-rag pack. Do-rag, if y'all want to sponsor the Nothing to Lose podcast and cut my man a check, because he shit be spitting extra.
That'd be a hell of a sponsor.
Thanks. Type that low. This episode.
Shaw Boss Do-Rag.
With the do-rag. I want the extra long silky shit. Everybody had a flap in the back. You gotta have an ice cold 40 with you.
Exactly.
Smoking on a hump. A straight Camel. But I feel like if LeBron cut it bald, man, or at least get a bro. You can't have a show called The Barbershop not get your shit chopped up.
So what he be doing? Everybody else just be getting cut and he just be sitting in the chair.
A lot of times it just be niggas in the shop talking. I've seen one time a nigga get a cut. I think old boy got a cut. Vince Staples.
Oh, okay.
You might have got a haircut when he came with that shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, when nobody get their haircut, they just be in it. Because I guess it's like barbershop
Yeah, like
talk.
the premise, the barbershop.
I think they do be having barbers in there cutting this shit. I guess you could come. He had Bill Murray up there, so I guess if you want to come and get a haircut, you can.
I would get a cut.
You're like off the court. I respect you so much, bro. You do so much. You got a kid. You got a school for the kids.
Yeah.
Like you look out for your own kid. Like you was a real nigga.
Yeah.
Be a realer nigga and cut that motherfucker hair off, please. Just get the baldy. I swear to God, you know how, bro. If I had the head for the baldy, I would definitely.
I could see him with a ball. Like I feel like it'll take a little bit to get used to.
I feel like he'll be more aggressive
but
with the ball.
Like I could see him with a ball head.
Niggas with baldies always want to fight. Like Mike always wanted to fight. Shaq could catch a friendly. Shit, with you never really see Kobe getting into hella fights until he cut his shit with the ball. He had the ball grain. Like once he hit the ball grave, like Kobe just felt extra nasty. Like, nah. Like, what you say? My 3 years pure. He just going off for a nigga. Like, Gooding, what you call it?
Drew Gooden.
Drew Gooden.
Shit, Chauncey, his shit was born on Chauncey.
Charles Barkley.
Oh, yeah.
Barkley stayed fighting niggas. Every nigga who's fact, bald niggas with the body.
Man.
Yo, whoever's watching this, when you think about your job, just look at the nigga with the bird's nest that's missing his whole roof. People don't play with him. People don't play with niggas with the baldy. Anybody with a baldy, they always slick. And if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. They with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Facts. So LeBron, you gonna stop having such a big heart. LeBron would have beat. LeBron, you was supposed to beat the shit out of J.R. Smith.
Yeah, for real.
If he had the ball, he probably would have stolen on him.
But J.R., he ain't even in the league. Is it? Well, he a free agent.
I don't know who the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
You disgusted me so much, J.R. I'm not even gonna lie. I really fuck with George Hill. George Hill, how the fuck in the finals, nigga, at the line, you missing free throws?
That was a sad little team to watch. I hated that makeup with George Hill, J.R., LeBron, Tristan Thompson, bum ass. Like, that was just a little sad. Yeah, even when they beat the Celtics in the Eastern Conference, like, that wasn't no good finals to me. Like, the shit was just like drug out. And
do you remember when this nigga LeBron had traded almost the whole fucking team and got new players in?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron was trying every.
Remember Derrick Rose was with them for a little while. Dwayne Wade.
Thanks. Dwayne Wade with the bad knees came back.
Like,
Dwayne Wade like he had 2 oranges taped to his fucking knees out there, still trying to come off. But nah, bro, like
nigga traded IT. Yeah.
I respected him going to
that was a crazy little year for the Cavs.
A lot of people who said they didn't respect him going to LA, bruh, he put in his years. He came back and got the Cavs a championship.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, man, we really, really appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And I want y'all to like, subscribe. We got a new YouTube, a new Facebook. Like, subscribe, review. You got anything you want to plug?
Nah, just thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Ladies, he's single.
Single and ready to mingle.
Facts. You know what I mean? Y'all come get it, my man. Got a good job, white teeth, all that shit.
2 jobs.
Kids. 2 jobs, no kids.
Who you know doing it like this?
Get your handle.
Calm down.
You know, follow me at getting_jiggy with it to Keon Vanna on Facebook. You know, one of the little Facebook comedians. You feel me? Go check me out.
Tap in. This has been another Nothing to Lose podcast, man. Y'all hit me up.